I said to you like, honey, I will appreciate you if you do the bed. Since you are the last one who's
You're gonna expose me like that in front of national TV. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
You know, whenever there's an argument, they always say, hey, communicate with your spouse. You have an issue with your spouse, what does everybody say? Communicate with them.
Yes.
But here's the issue. It's easy to say communicate, right?
Yeah. It's the default answer to say that.
Okay.
Those people, they don't know, like, and the things heated up.
Yeah.
They don't know how to communicate.
Right.
That's the real one. It's not like just communicate and it's gonna solve everything. Communication is gonna solve everything. Yeah. It's not like that. You know.
You can't just come to the person and say, hey, I don't like that. Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, really? Okay, no problem.
Show me the face you say that. I don't like that. Exactly. Are you happy or are you mad?
Exactly. What are ways to resolve miscommunication? Let's say there's an argument, right? A good one is making the bed. Two spouses, they love each other. That's how it started. Yeah? So one spouse doesn't make the bed. Mm-hmm. Day one, they don't make the bed, right? Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, fine. How do you respond day one if I don't make the bed?
I would actually do it. That day one, I would say maybe he forgot.
Exactly. That's
I'm
good.
not gonna ask you like day one why you didn't do the bed. Like
day two.
Day two, you still didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
I would say, honey,
can you make the bed? Yeah.
Why you don't do it?
You don't have day two. You're supposed to say day 5. We just started.
I see.
Okay. What about day 3?
Still didn't do it.
Still didn't do it.
Before we even go there, you know, a lot of people.
Yeah.
We do have like different habits.
Right.
And those people, they come in together.
Yeah.
You may have good habits that I don't have.
Right.
And I may have like a good habit that you don't have. Like the example that you provide like doing the bed.
Yeah. So
I like to do every day. I like to do the bed.
Right.
And you don't know. You don't like how to do that.
Right.
No, you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't have the habit of doing it.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I'm mad or I don't like to do the bed.
Right.
It's like I forgot every time because this is not my thing and I never had that habit.
Right.
So I would say
is recognizing that the good habits that you expect the other person to have, you have it. They don't have that habit.
Yeah.
Right?
And don't like force everything like in one go. Try to start like
slowly
in the beginning. Yeah. One step.
And trust me, especially if it's something like a habit, right? Say doing the bed. Sounds very simple. What's another thing that you expect a person to do? Like wash the dishes.
Or take the trash.
Take the trash.
Yeah.
Now, you could take the trash out every single day and you would never forget. And you're like, suddenly you marry and you're like, why in the world does this person not take the trash? Don't you smell the trash? Don't you see the trash is full?
That's me.
Right.
I don't know. I don't actually like taking the trash.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't like, but I forget.
And that's and that's the thing with making the bed too. But the difference is, if you forget to take the trash, as long as I'm not annoyed with it, it's fine. There's no issue there. When arguments usually start is when one party is annoyed with what the other person is doing, not taking the trash. So if I actually have like a, if I'm like, you need to take the trash, and I feel like that's just part of hygiene, even though you forget about it, that's how argument starts. Like not necessarily right away, but it builds up right away. Wouldn't you agree?
100%. Remember, I like to do the bed every morning. You don't like that.
But you have no issue with it, right?
I do.
Oh, okay, now you say
I told you.
You never told me
that.
No,
I told you, honey.
No, you
but
didn't.
The way I told you was different. I said to you, like, honey, I will appreciate you if you do the bed. Since you are the last one who's...
You're going to expose me like that in front of national TV? Okay. No, I understand. But here's the difference, though. When you tell me, like, honey, can you do the bed, right? Is it like to a point where you repeat it consistently? And if I don't do it, does that really jeopardize a lot of things?
No.
Exactly. That's the difference.
Because if you love this person, even if you like that things to do every day.
But it's also how important is it to you?
It's like coming in the middle.
Yes.
It's like compromise things.
That's also another way to resolve it.
Yes.
So 2 things I just want to highlight really quick. One is you have a habit of resolving it. You can, the other person can't. One, you need to recognize that. That's one. And 2 is also compromising. It's easier for you to do it, but it's difficult for me to do it.
Yes.
But I could do other things far greater, like taking the trash. I just gotta add that part there.
Yeah,
right?
you just add that part.
Right. So now we're kind of compromising where I could take the trash and you could do the bed, right? So it's almost like, hey, we're coming to a middle ground where we don't have to attack each other. Like, why don't you take the trash? You can see it's full. You can see it's stinking, right? And you can say the same thing about the bed. You're the last person that slept on the bed. Mm-hmm. Why do you expect me to do the bed? Mm-hmm. So the second thing is like compromising, coming to a middle ground.
Yeah.
What is a third thing that they could do?
The time. The
Mm-hmm.
time is very important.
The time is very important. The when you talk to the person.
The time is very important.
Yes.
I can't talk to you when right after you came home, after working 10 hours of work.
Too tired to argue.
Yeah, too tired to argue. It's like
my brain's not even there.
Everything is here around
exactly.
now.
So time is very important.
Yes.
When is the best time that you can say, hey, it actually applies to almost everybody?
For us, I would say after Fajr prayer. Like
Fajr is basically between 5 to 6 a.m. This is for folks that are not Muslim.
Yes,
so it's so early in the morning. Why is that beneficial?
You just woke up now.
Yes.
And now it's like you already get your sleep.
Yep.
You're not tired.
Yeah.
You're mentally ready, basically.
Yeah. You're mentally ready. You're a beauty queen.
Yes.
You got your 8 hours of sleep. You're calm. Your brain is calm. You're not at a heated argument.
Yes.
That's why the other days, right?
Yes.
It's hard to do it because your brain is also stimulated where you feel like, oh, I'm being attacked. I need to defend.
Yes, and plus, like after you pray, it's like everything is gonna calm down because you already prayed.
Right.
I am ready.
Blame the shaitan. How about that?
Yeah.
Right?
Like I don't have any like argument now because I am someone who is clean now. I take my wudu.
Yes.
I got my sleep.
Yes.
I am not tired. I am calm.
Yeah.
I pray.
Right.
What's next?
Honestly,
like pray.
Even if you get annoyed, right, during Fajr time, even if you get annoyed, it's not enough for you to spark an argument.